Hey everyone, I'm the Real Levat, and you're watching the A20 Guardian 100 Game Analysis. Today is run number 69. Nothing special today, but all I have to say is, nice. Starting off with a Tourmaline today for our Thorns. Our options are remove a card from our deck, obtain 100 gold, take 18 damage for 14 max HP, been a while since I saw that one, and the boss swap. Just take 4 damage until you heal at any point in the game, I guess. I wonder if there's any events that give you fixed heals, actually. I guess the potions do. The max HP, the regen, those all give you fixed amounts, but I think most of the events heal based on max HP. This is an interesting layout. There is a triple lead up the left. What are the options? There is a gold option. There's no shop on this route. And I know for a fact that 3 fights is not going to be enough. We can't, unless we get lucky with one of these question marks getting us another card, either by a fight or by a certain event. We're not going to have enough cards for this first elite, so we'd have to get lucky with potions. But having less fights also means less chances at potions, so I don't think we're going up the left. Despite this being the best elite route, Guardian can't really take elites unless they get the right cards. So how about this right path? Late Act Super Elite means it'll be easier to take, and having it early is actually pretty good. In order to go up here through the shop, we would have to go exactly like this. I guess that means we would have to buy 2 cards in order to reach 15 by the time we get here. Guaranteed. Not even guaranteed. We could end up skipping if these card rewards are awful enough. Only 2 fights. What about this route? 2 campfires, 1 elite, that's not good enough. Yeah, it's either this or we boss swap. I'm kind of tempted to do another boss swap. If we get a really bad swap, we would probably take the lesser campfire route, so that in the hopes of getting enough power by the time we get to the boss. What are fights? There is a 4 fight route through this way, or through this way, so that could actually work. Remove a card is nice, but also not really strong enough in the long term, and also does hurt us getting to 15 cards for the first elite. I'm not really feeling the max HP option. Max HP is pretty weak. It can be good at, I've taken it in the past sometimes, if I feel like the best way to take on a really aggressive route is to just have more HP. And I think that worked out in the episode I did that. I don't remember which one it was, though. I'm kind of feeling like doing the boss swap. I guess the only thing holding me back is that my nervousness that it's the wrong option, that maybe I should take the 100 gold. Because boss swap is risky. I think I'm going to do it, though. I'm going to do it, and who knows? We'll see what we get. If we get something really good, then maybe we can still go for the strong elite path. In fact, if I go through here, I could still get 3 fights. So maybe just a 4th energy would help. Oh, that's very spicy. SNECKO. Okay, so this is very much the early game. Do not attempt to take on too many elites, but by the time you get to late game, this is going to be crazy. All right. Don't want to really go through. Do I want to go through a shop? Maybe I do. Maybe I want to go up like through here for maximum number of cards we see, so that we're most prepared for this elite. Maybe even potions, even though we only have 99 gold. Then I guess we'll go up this way because we avoid these 2 shops. Hell, maybe we'll just go full send and go for as many fights as we can. One thing that this does do is mean that we can't go for the super elite route. Maybe it's worth taking 1 less elite at this point to give us the shot at this. In fact, I can even, if I get really bad cards, I can just keep going this way instead of up this way. Because 2 campfires, 1 elite still kind of sucks. I guess it sucks even more to have just 2 campfires. It's a tough one. If we get weak cards for SNECKO, which I have had a couple runs where I swap into SNECKO and my first card rewards, I kind of just have to take what I'm given rather than stuff that think like 1 cost common attacks. I've had to take those for early game SNECKO. So maybe it is worth it to have this pathway up the right side to avoid this elite. It's possible. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go with this. Because there is a chance that I can't take this elite. A bad roll in a fight can really hurt. Lagavulin and Gremlin Knob especially, but I think suffer from bad SNECKO rolls. Sentries not as much. I think sentries are just bad in general. For a start like this, unless you get good cards. But anyway. Because like all the daisies means that you don't get the consistency of low rolls. This is a little bit confusing, actually. I did want to point this out in a recent run, because I do have relic stats on. Average discount. This means how much energy you're saving. So a negative number means that you're losing energy on average. But that's it's kind of a weird statistic anyway, because you're not going to be playing the expensive cards. You're going to be playing the cheap cards. So I don't think it's a big deal that this first turn, I guess we can show over here, this first turn lost us energy, because we still get to play 3 cards, and 2 of them were blocks, and that's really what we need for this turn. Do we need to play a strike or curl up over the defend? We may need to play the curl up. I think defensive mode safety is really important, and we don't have gear up anymore, so I'll do it. Take the 2 damage this turn. Okay. Don't draw? Okay, good. Yeah, that's all the damage we get this turn, though. So yeah, it's. I don't think average discount really works as much as it shows how strong your deck is. I think a better metric is how good your turns are, like how much damage you've taken thanks to SNECKO Eye, or how much HP you saved. We want to full block this, so I'm going to do defend curl up for the full block. Hopefully they attack next turn instead of buffing. They did. Awesome. That means we can focus on damage. I can even put a defend in for next turn. Nope. Well, that's fine, because we weren't being attacked anyway, apparently. We got second slam and third slam. Alright, that went pretty well. 2 damage fight. That's pretty good for SNECKO. Ooh, interesting. We've got 2 expensive cards and an X cost. X cost is great for consistency, and the fact that it's also AoE is also... It's great. You love to see AoE in the early game. Helps so much against some of the hardest fights back 1. It's a sentries solution, partially, and even helps later on in the game. Especially against Reptimancer. I don't know how much it helps against Act 2. I feel like a lot of those multi-enemy fights have a lot of HP. Slavers, it helps. Gremlin Leader, it helps. I guess it helps for the elites. Shield Charger is the other big one I'm thinking of, though. Taking a drink of water there. I gotta readjust my mic again. I was trying to mute it. Okay, Shield Charger, although it can roll a lower number and does last for less turns most of the time, or at least half the time, it does get easier to play. You do draw it faster, and it's still a lot of block and brace. So if you're looking for a defensive option, that's it. I think, however, we're going to go with the consistency and damage of Multi-Beam. I do think that this is generally acceptable for elites without SNECKO Eye. With SNECKO Eye, the consistency goes down a little bit because you don't know how many turns you're going to get it and how much energy you have to spend. So let's go with the only card that can't be rerolled. Okay. So Tourmaline or Strike. Tourmaline doesn't break the Curl Up. Oh yeah, they have a move called Curl Up too. You guys, we're just the same. We don't have to fight. But yeah, this will get rid of the shell. I think I want to do that. I'm going to go for this right one especially. Actually, Tourmaline would have just let me win next turn, because I could have done... Because they would have both taken 4 damage and I could play this for 3 energy. Okay. Bit of a misplay, my bad. Maybe... Oh, I'm still good. Alright, cool. I think this is even a kill. Yep, good roll. Alright, didn't matter. We're still fine. I have to look out for that in the future, though. Okay. This is almost identical damage, but this doesn't attack us. With the Thorns, it's actually kind of... This actually has some merit, and also the fact that it has a socket. But this has strength synergies. That's interesting. Despite the fact that this is 2 cost, this is still... It's still being rivaled by Strike for Strike with SNECKO. The self-damage is a downside, I'm not going to ignore that. But we have synergy for it with the gem, and we have a socket for it, so... Even though this says can be upgraded any number of times, I don't think a Refracted Beam run is usually what you want to go for. Because unlike Searing Blow, it's still reliant on strength. So while you can hit a lot of times, if you don't find the strength required in order to use it, it's not worth all the stuff that you put into it. And getting upgrades on other cards is important. It's a big opportunity cost to sink it all into one card. So I'm literally just looking at it as a 3 damage 4 times thing. Man, you know this card kind of sucks whenever it's being rivaled by a common 1 cost when you have SNECKO. It's tough. It's a tough one. This also works with defensive mode, of course. The Tourmaline just gives us a consistency. And sometimes we get 3 brace from it, if we need it, from the self-damage. Our boss is Slime Boss. I don't know. Both have their merits here. I'm tempted to just go Strike for Strike because of the socket and the Thorns. But Refracted Beam just feels better for some reason to me. I don't know, maybe it's a combination of it being 2 costs with SNECKO and me not getting to use it very often. I think if it's this close, let's just take the fun option. Let's see if we can make something out of that. We have 2 damage cards, so I think we may be able to go up this way, to the right. We haven't gotten any potions yet, but we still have 3 more fights, in fact, before we even hit the first elite. So I don't think I have to go the safe path. And if we can knock the Super Elite out of the way, that'd be great. Super Elite gets really hard in Act 2, so we usually want to avoid it. And in Act 3, it's harder than a late Act 1 Elite. So, with SNECKO inconsistency starting to flare up in the late game, I think it's just better to do this now. So let's go for it. See what we can do. In fact, should I? No, there's no way I should have gone for this. Wow, double defend into multi-beam? Yeah. Incredible. Imagine not taking damage turn 1 to these guys. It's crazy. It's a crazy thought. 2-turn kill. Very nice. Still a negative damage, still a negative discount. Roll attack is perfect. You love to see it. Brace 8 is huge. 16 damage is great with SNECKO. And it has a socket. Ooh, and we find Grimforge. That's really interesting. That means we can immediately get rid of our Tourmaline, and we can even get another gem. Let's get rid of his strike. I think Curl Up's still pretty darn good at this point in the game. I was about to say we can transmute Twin Slam, because that's worse with SNECKO, but also we're getting an extra gem, and we only have one gem slot, so it might be worth it to keep this, especially if we got like a Citrine, then this would actually be positive. We took 3 damage cards to get rid of the strike. We got another Tourmaline. Okay, so I think we just socket Tourmalines in both of these, just get rid of them, make sure our early game is better off. Don't think we need to be greedy here. I usually like greeting my gems, but here I don't think I think it's better not to. Okay. I don't believe we have a kill. 15, 21? Okay, no. So, do I want to spend 3 energy to save 5 HP, or do I want to go for a quicker kill? Next turn we have damage. We have 2 defends, I guess. 2 defends doesn't seem like that much when they can roll poorly. We have 3 energy, so any combination that adds up to more than 3 doesn't work. 1, 3, 2, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3, 2, 3, 3. So that's 6 out of 16, which is 3 out of 8, 37%, 37.5%. Happens 1 out of 3 times. That's actually lower than I thought. If we get attacked next turn, and we kill the one that's not attacking, let's see, we do... I think we're always doing damage here, because it has less HP. So we'd need 18 damage next turn. That would be 2 attacks. So if we can only afford 1 defend, then we take 4 damage because of the vulnerable. I think enough stuff lines up for this that we don't need to risk our 5 HP. I'll play that just for the heck of it. Alright, what are we gonna get? What's our roll? Oh, this guy's not attacking. That's perfect, actually. This SNECKO roll's a little less than perfect. Like, yeah, we can kill this, but... I guess we can curl up next turn. This is going to be 11, 16 damage, so that gets us 10 out of 16. That's pretty good. I mean, the alternative is we take, what? Maybe I guess we take 1 this turn if we go defend instead of roll attack. Maybe we try to kill this buffs next turn. We would need 16 damage on this. We have 15 guaranteed, but we would need this to cost 1 so I can play it plus this for 16 damage, or we would need another attack. Wow, the complexity of these choices. I don't know. I feel like we only break here if we roll really poorly. So let's actually just do this again. Yeah, we do want to aim for this so we can prevent its damage while this is buffing. Okay. We got defend, multi-beam. Then we only need 6 here and 8 here. Yeah, we can absolutely do that. I feel like I'm juggling these guys back and forth. It's very strange. But it's working, so no complaints. Interesting. Refracted Beam hit it again after it was dead. Hope that doesn't cause problems. Distilled Chaos, that's a great find. Especially with SNECKO, you can use that on a bad turn, and even with strikes and defends, it's going to help. Temporal Strike. I didn't realize it first, but Temporal Strike is a great card with SNECKO because it always refunds... Well, if you can get a card into stasis, it refunds 1 energy, meaning that its effective cost is 0.5 on average. That's pretty darn good. Especially at a point in the game where we would still like to take attacks, and with Slime Bosses or Act Boss, we would love to have a very aggressive deck. It's a good thing we're getting all these fights, because I did socket 2 gems and remove a card, so if we get 1 more card here, then we'll have the... Oh wait, no, we have 14. With SNECKO, the 15 card roll becomes the 14 card roll, because you draw 7 each turn. I guess this is still worth taking. Is it worth taking the Temporal Shield, maybe, for 8 block? It's not amazing, but it's not terrible. I'm going to take another damage card. I think with SNECKO, with lucky rolls, you can sometimes just one-shot enemies, so let's try and build into that. I'm going to upgrade multi-beam here. I think the AoE is going to be super important to have upgraded, especially because 5 damage per energy is not efficient at all. I was kind of hoping for like 5 slimes here, but I guess 1 big slime is what we get. $44. Probably want to split next turn if we can. Yeah, roll attack strike will do it. That's 22, takes it down to 22. Okay, cool. I don't think I want to use this yet. Oh, maybe I should have upgraded... No, I can upgrade Curl Up at the next fire. It's fine. I've just realized that now that Gear Up is gone, Curl Up plus Roll Attack is a huge deal. Getting us to 20 brace without having to take any damage. Right, the house 1. I guess we do this. Yeah, there we go. Oh, and we're in defensive mode. I guess I should have played that then. We're good though. Alright, 0 damage fight. You'll love to see it. Another Distilled Chaos. It's a very chaotic run with SNECKO Eye. Ooh. Usually I like Quartz, but not with SNECKO Eye. Unless Temporal Strike? It's a little better. But I don't know. The fact that the draw card is... cost is randomized, and the card you draw is also randomized cost. I don't think you get value consistently enough, unless your deck is completely built around tons of draw. I'm just gonna take another roll attack, and we are gonna upgrade Curl Up here. And now we have Curl Up plus either roll attack gets us into defensive, rather than having to play all 3. That's great. What's in the chest? Blood Vial. I'll take that. Still has plenty of time throughout the game to give us value. Oh, we can enter defensive immediately. There are so many 0 costs in here. I think we Curl Up on Strike. Oh wait, no, we have energy to play it. Never mind. I'm just gonna do that. This is way too much block, by the way. It's just what I had in hand. Alright, so we draw 7 here. We have 1 card left over, which we're not going to shuffle into our deck, but that's fine. It's the Temporal Strike. Okay, 21 damage to all enemies is great, but maybe we can do better. I have 8 Thorns available to me if I play this twice. That's probably worth it. We could do this and then play multi-beam for 2 energy. I think we even try to go for this guy kill. We don't get back into defensive mode fast enough by playing roll attack, unless we were able to play this roll attack, the other roll attack, and Curl Up on the next shuffle, and that's not likely. I don't think. Let's see, how much damage is this? 5, 10, 16, plus 14, 30. Okay, so any attack next turn will kill this. Okay, works for me. Could I have actually just killed that if I had not played the second? No, it doesn't do that much. Wow. I mean, okay. Vajra, that's great. Garnet. I mean, we have SNECKO, so we could just throw it into anything, and it's basically fine. Probably want to upgrade Twin Slam and throw it in there, though, so we get the most value out of the Garnet. I think it's going to be great, though. We've taken so many attacks, and multiplying it just makes us stronger. There's also Crystal Ray with the number of sockets we have, but I think we've taken enough damage that we just want a multiplier more than we want some kind of scaling that we have to build around somehow. I will absolutely lose HP here. We are not in any danger, especially not with these potions. Okay. So we've gotten a total of 2 potions the entire game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fights. Got 6 fights, 2 potions. 4 minus 2 is 2, so we are at 60% potion chance. Does that mean it's worth using a potion to save 3 HP this turn? Because I can do curl up roll attack. I don't think the chance is high enough for this to be worth 3 HP. I think it's a lot more. So let's do roll attack, curl up the multi-beam. And play refractor beam. I think my laptop needs to cool off. Just elevate it on a shoebox, that's how I do. Alright. Power Potion. Yeah, I think that it was worth keeping these. Power Potion is not great on Guardian unless you high roll. Another Refracted Beam. The Resilient Plate with SNECKO Eye reduces SNECKO Eye debuff, because it's a debuff for some reason. I know some people are a fan of that because it means that you can cleanse it under certain conditions, like orange pellets in the base game. I personally think it should be coded as a buff because you're intentionally taking it, and sometimes you would like to keep the confusion. But that's just me. There's also Charge Core. That being passive draw means that you just get more options rather than caring about the possibility of what you get on an active draw card. We are taking a lot of damage cards. Extra draw, though, is usually pretty good. I don't think we want another Refracted Beam. I think we're good on damage right now, just considering this for the draw. And if it's if it rolls a higher cost, then we get to benefit from that for more turns. And also, oh, I think this seals the deal. It's a card in stasis for Temporal Strike. Really hope I find some kind of defense soon. I have to rely on defensive mode for a while. Okay, we can also just get this for free. It's not worth playing Temporal Strike for 2 energy, I don't think. Oh, should I have used it to Stoke Chaos here before, so I can get Garnet maybe? Yeah, I think it's worth using it here. I'm not 100% certain that we have enough for Knob. And this can save us up to 8 HP. Oh yeah, we can just enter defensive. How about I save Twin Slam for next turn? We're not losing out on the damage. We'd just be losing out on Thorns next turn. So yeah, let's do that. And I'll play multi-beam this turn. Yeah, okay. Yeah, we're going to be just fine. We have all the block we need for this turn. We're going to end this fight real fast. Oh, we just ended this turn. I just realized I have a Vajra, so I could have maybe taken the Refracted Beam. The 1 strength means that with Vulnerable, this goes from dealing 4 damage to 6 damage. So that's actually a pretty big deal. Pick of Rhapsody. Possibly good here. We have open gem slots, and I'm going to upgrade Twin Slam for Garnet, I think. Repulsor, again. Strike for strike. Temporal Shield at this point. That becomes a draw card with Charge Core, so that's actually bad, for the same reason I skipped the Quartz. At least in my opinion. I know other people will disagree. Sheesh. I think we just skip at this point. I mean, Repulsor is nice for Slime Boss, but I've been punished for taking Repulsor in normal mode before. Especially this early. We have 7 draw a turn, right? It's nice to have this for Act 2, but then again, if we can just kill things fast. I don't need to take a strike for strike, we have enough attack density. And I think at a certain point you're just overcommitting. Can we kill this turn? Let's see. 17. 16 is 33. Plus 13 is 46, that's exact, so we don't have to play this defend. Thank you, Vajra, for the exact kill. Very much appreciated. Awesome. Hard pull fight, demolished. Charge up. Extra 2 strength. on certain turns, and we can upgrade this to block for 8. I think we do need to take a block card for Act 2, and the fact that this is kind of an offensive block card makes it better. I do think we need to take something, so I'm going to take this. Free action. I don't think we wanted either of these. There's an argument for Temporal Strike because it's cheap with the energy refund. And also it doesn't do that much damage by itself, so we're not missing out on vulnerable damage on other cards. I do think it's better on Twin Slam though. I think I'm going to have to wait to upgrade Twin Slam until we get closer to a second Campfire, because otherwise we're just holding on to a card that does 1 more damage than Strike plus Thorns. I guess with the Thorns gem it's pretty worth upgrading it because you're going to want to play it more than a Strike sometimes. What if we Mind though? We're still far away from a Campfire. Do we even have a good... Oh yeah, we have a good upgrade, Charge Up. We could go with that. Could also just upgrade Refracted Beam for the 5th hit, but I don't think that's that big of a deal. The jump from 3 to 4 is stronger than 4 to 5, although 4 to 5 is still good, for sure, especially with the 1 strength we have. I'm kind of just thinking of it as a single upgrade card. Is it worth it to upgrade it once? Because I don't think it's worth it to upgrade it a bunch of times, at least in this scenario, so I'm kind of ruled that out. I want Twin Slam upgraded, I want to mine for gems. Actually, do I even want to mine for gems? If we get trash gems, I'm just going to be disappointed. Maybe late game I'll do it. Yeah, let's just upgrade Charge Up. Okay. I'm excited to see what card we'll get from the boss, by the way, because a lot of those are good SNECKO cards. I think. This is the same damage. Do I want to maybe... No, I want to do this next turn when I have Strength, if I do it at all. Because I just play this. Okay, we have the Garnet. There are a few attacks in there. We don't have a great turn right now. It would literally be either Refracted Beam or Garnet Twin Slam. Let's see, this is 28, this is 26. Okay. I guess it splits if we do the Distilled Chaos, so maybe we don't do that. Yeah, I'm just gonna play this. Oh, right, I can play Twin Slam anyway. That gets us closer to a split. Splits at 75, we can do a maximum of 13 damage without splitting, but with an attack like that, maybe we should just do it. Where does this get us? 7, 14, 21, plus 17 is 38. Takes it down to 51. It's not great, actually. We have multi-beam. 51's pretty high. I mean, it's preferable to taking 38 this turn, so I don't think I have a choice. Or 33, I guess. We also get rid of 2 slimes this way. Not a terrible turn, it's just a scary split. We can enter defensive this mode off taking damage. Charge Up Defend is 13 block, we take 5. 5 and 8 from roll attack is 13, which is enough to enter. So we're relatively safe for this turn. We take 5 plus 2, 7 damage. That's nice. I think we want to prevent being weakened, especially since we're such an attack-oriented deck. So we're going to try and split this before it debuffs us. Although it does attack us more often than this. Oh yeah, because we enter defensive with a with an enemy attack, we get to stay in defensive for 1 more turn. 47 minus 33, that's enough to split. Do I want to do that? I want to take this down to 16? Yeah, 2 16 slimes, this one's dead. That's absolutely fine. And do I want to curl up Charge Core? Let's play this defense since I am in defensive. Maybe I want to curl up the defend? So that I have a chance to draw this and play it for damage? Yeah. Doing Charge Core means we draw an extra card as compared to putting Defend in here, but I don't think that with the slimes and everything it's worth it. Oh wow, we drew a hand without slimes with 7 in the draw pile. Alright, cool. And we drew Charge Core. Cool. Alright, well, that act was insanely good. And there it is. Looks like we're defeating Act 2 by going extremely offensive as Guardian. We're gonna have to figure out late game, but I think this is gonna be absolutely great. And I think... oh wait, randomized cost, never mind. Hey, the average discount went down, went up, I guess, that's cool. Yeah, neither of these are great. Giga Beam's gonna be awesome for Act 2. Okay! The Classic Synergy. Idol of Retromation SNECKO. And by Classic Synergy, I mean, I'm being sarcastic. Because this almost always hits a 3 cost that you probably don't want to play after it's discounted anyway. Taking it down to 2 cost. So it's probably between 3 random relics and an energy. An energy is not necessarily synergistic with SNECKO. It just makes it more consistent, brings up its worst rolls rather than helping do what it does already. 4 energy means that we get a little bit more flexibility on what cards we play during a turn. So the question is, do we want that, or do we just want raw value? We are a very offensive deck, and as a very offensive deck, that means we can't, well, I guess not defend very well, right? So we want to end fights fast, and ending fights fast means being consistent. You want to be able to play these attacks when you draw them. Bad SNECKO rolls will punish you. We have some defensive mode available to us thanks to Curl Up and Roll Attack. And we did take a charge up for a little bit more defense. Overall, though, that energy I think is going to be pretty good. But is it worth giving enemies 1 strength? I mean, if we're killing enemies fast enough, then the 1 strength just doesn't matter. Until you reach the heart, I guess. Because the heart, those multi-attacks hurt. This is episode 69, and funny enough, on the first cycle when you're vulnerable, if you have Philosopher's Stone, the heart's big attack, the single attack, goes to 69 damage because of the strength from Philosopher's Stone. I have to do it. I have to. It'd make a great thumbnail. Bell is cool, but yeah, if we're gonna kill things fast, I'm gonna really appreciate this 4th energy. And of course, I have to. Alright. First thing I noticed, early act shop with 433 gold, that's great. Because we were so aggressive in act, we took the really aggressive route through act 1, that means we got a ton of gold. We did give up the 1 elite early on in the act, but I think that's fine. If we go that right route, we're getting either 3 elites, 1 campfire, or 2 elites, 2 campfires. That's pretty good. This left path is exactly the same, but you get the shop at the end. So yeah, looks like I'm going this way. No need to take a break right now. I'm gonna just do this as normal. $22. There's another meme for you. We can't enter defensive this turn. That's good news. It means we only have to take 12, I suppose. I could also just use the Distilled Chaos already. I don't see this as a great opportunity for the Dex Potion to save us energy. I was going to say energy, but I meant HP. Because we didn't draw any defense or defensive cards this turn other than Brace. And we're reset to 40% potion chance. So There's a decent chance that we have to drop a potion. I think dropping Dexterity Potion and keeping these has some merit, but I'd rather take the chance that maybe we can get the kill this turn. What are the odds that we can kill if we hit Giga Beam, though? Probably not great, unless we also hit other attacks. So that's kind of a risk, too. How much damage do we have here? We got 17. 6. That's 23. Plus 24 is 47? Yes. Oh, wait. No. We have 4 energy. 47 plus 8. 55. And Avocado, I think, always has this amount of HP. 89. With the plate armor. 89 minus 55 is 34. And, oh, Giga Beam does kill with that. Okay, great. That means that's actually a safe play. Alright, let's do it. Give me the damage. Okay. I guess defensive mode works too. I can even just curl up the multi-beam and use it next turn. It's no big deal. It even means that we save the damage. And we can play Temporal Strike for free. Okay, that works out, I think. Lots of Thorns damage too, 15. Yeah, you're super dead next turn. Alright, that was a really good potion. Saved us 10 HP. I'm gonna do this, though. That was fun. Floating Orbs. Floating Orbs SNECKO. We have so much offense already. Do I need more? I mean, it depends, right? Like, even though we have a ton, it's still... If you don't have a good defensive system, then going super offensive is going to be a great way to survive this act. It is scaling damage, though. The only time scaling damage I think matters in this particular scenario is the boss. I don't think even Book of Stabbing we are scared of. So I don't think we take this. I think this is going to be a skip. I think in a less offensive deck I would absolutely do it. One with maybe more shield spikes. Maybe a Spirit Shield thrown in there somewhere, you know? Interesting. I think this is going to be Garnet, Charge Core, Roll Attack, Curl Up. Easy defensive mode. We're not guaranteed to be attacked next turn, though. It's a 50-50. It's 50-50 whether we get the... What am I thinking of? Whether we get the Weaken turn, which just debuffs us and gives them strength, or whether we get the Vulnerable turn, which doesn't do very much damage to us. What if we just play Curl Up on Roll Attack and play Garnet, Charge Core, Refracted Beam, and then we save defensive mode for later? Especially because we still have Defense and Charge Up and Roll Attack number 2 in the draw pile. Yeah, we'll save defensive mode. It's only 50-50 and it's like, what, 9 damage maybe? If I'm remembering correctly. Alright, what do you got? What's your play? It's the Weaken turn. Okay, I'm glad I didn't enter defensive then. Entering it now is good, though, because they're always guaranteed to attack next turn. It will either be a single or double attack. So, I'm just going to do a ton of damage this turn. And we have a kill next turn guaranteed, so it doesn't matter what I do. But I am a fan of overkill. So let's overkill. And this is going so well. Time Capacitor. It's upgraded. Interesting. I'd be a lot more... I'd be a much bigger fan of that if we had more stasis and not SNECKO. Another Temporal Strike is not needed at this point. It's going to be another skip. Ooh. This is one of those events I was thinking of having in Act 1 with that routing talk about how I'd have to get lucky with getting a card then. Alright. How lucky can we be? SNECKO, what do you think? You gave us a negative pi discount. Okay. Sentry Blast. I would not mind that. Okay. Just give it to me. Another Twin Slam. Probably would not like that, but it depends on the gems we get. A second Giga Beam. Okay, there's the second Twin Slam. There's an Aged. There's a Scatterbrained. I'm not going to risk that. No need. In fact, I think that it may work incorrectly with SNECKO, because some bonus draw effects trigger after some other start of turn effects. So I think Scatterbrain triggers before SNECKO gives you the 2 additional cards. So that would be really bad. Alright, what do we got? Suspension. I don't want it. Okay, so we got a Sentry Blast. That's good. That's defense. Gives us weak every other turn. Very powerful effects. And although it may cost way too much to play the first time, every time after that will be 0 cost. Ooh. That's a real funny game. We have no block. Almost no block. And you give me Body Crash. Does it get better with Abacus? I think I take the Abacus because SNECKO draws the deck so fast and we're lacking on defense. And people really like this. I've never really fully understood how good this is. I feel like 6 block every few turns isn't that great. I could be wrong. I know, like, if a bunch of other people like it, they'd probably have a reason. But here with SNECKO, it's definitely probably good. Especially with our scenario. So I'm going to do that for some defense. We also don't have a lot of skills, so I don't think this is great. You have to be insane to buy a Darkstone Periapt. Okay. Vent Steam. Wait a minute, that's a better socket for our Garnet, I think. I think that's a much better socket. Unless you want specific synergy with Giga Beam. That's going to put 3 vulnerable on an enemy per turn. Per draw, excuse me. And if we upgrade it, it goes to 4. Which means that we might have the opportunity to stack it enough so that we don't have to worry about running out if we get a bad roll on it. Synergy with Giga Beam is pretty good, though. I guess with 4 energy it gets easier anyway. It's just like, if we don't draw it with Giga Beam and have the right cost, then it's not great. Meanwhile, if we put it into Twin Slam, it has a lot more consistency. Like, if we draw it with Giga Beam, there's still decent chances that we can play them. Yeah, in fact, it's like a 13 and 16 that we're able to play both of those in the same turn. And then there's twice as much chance of drawing... actually, more than twice as much chance of drawing them on the same turn or the turn after. That's pretty important. It's pretty important. But only in AoE fights is it important. And actually we may not even want to play Giga Beam sometimes, so maybe the Vent Steam play is better. Buying a common card kind of sucks, but it's not like we're visiting another shop for the rest of the act unless there's some kind of act of God that directs us this way, away from a campfire and an elite, and into 2 shops. We have to get, like, what, Old Coin here, Courier here, or vice versa. Let's remove a strike. I know we're doing damage things, but also having more consistent defense is still going to be important for the late game, and we're going to want to play these attacks more than strikes anyway. Also buy a potion here. Armor's Tincture, that's probably worth buying to survive this act. Probably worth it. Or 60% potion chance, actually, because we didn't get a potion from either of those fights. I guess we can always toss the Dex potion. Do I want to buy this? I'm not guaranteed it, especially not in time to socket the gem. Also, I would have to sync and upgrade into Twin Slam in order to be able to do the Twin Slam thing. Alright, I'll take it. And I'll take the Armor's Tincture. I think it's worth it. Thanks, I like your haircut too. Multi-beams here. Doing 32 damage to everyone. That seems pretty good. Could increase that to 40 if I wait till next turn. Is that worth it? Could do strike, roll, attack, curl up to be safe next turn. Do some damage this turn. Scale this up. We have a lot of attack cards though, so maybe just playing as efficiently as we can with what we have is better. Especially because this costs X. Can curl up on defend. Yeah, this is fine. We'll just do it like this. And we'll go for the lowest HP one, since they're all pretty low. 1 Giga Beam will kill them all, so probably not a big deal anyway. There you go. And I could play that with Garnet that turn. Ruby. Ruby and Vent Steam is generally pretty good. I could have been upgrading Giga Beam. Oh wait, no I haven't. I haven't had the opportunity. I could if I go here. Ruby... We still have open gem slots in Temporal Strike and Roll Attack, so it's probably a good idea to put in Vent Steam. There's better, but I think this is good enough. And again, more offense is better. Oh, but there's Metallicize here. But it only costs 1, and gives us 3 block with SNECKO. As a general rule of thumb, 1-cost cards are not as great to take with SNECKO. They're still right sometimes. Like, it's not even that uncommon for them to be correct. We've taken a few of them already. This one has synergy, this one has synergy, this one doesn't. And Vent Steam doesn't either, but we still took them. The problem with 1-cost powers is that if you're relying on them for any reason, then even though it's scaling, you're still getting only a little bit of value for however much energy you roll. So it gets harder to justify taking that with SNECKO. 3 block per turn will certainly help us leaking HP, but at this point, like, do we even care? I'm gonna go with the Ruby. And we don't get a campfire till up here. It's probably still worth it to go for the extra elite. We got good potions. I'm gonna do it. Okay, it is the Book of Stabbing. We got Ruby for free this turn, that's great. I don't really want to take damage. Is it a good idea to enter defensive here, though? Is it maybe a good idea to take 6, so that I can enter defensive with Roll Attack or Curl Up? All of these are very good questions. Oh, I should have used the Dex Potion. That would have solved it, maybe. Actually, I could just use it now on the defend I have, and I'd and then I'd take exactly 4, which would work with Roll Attack, Curl Up. I feel like I'm gonna have to use this instead, though. How did I get to 75? I thought I was at 71. Maybe I was at 73, and I'm just wrong. Probably shouldn't care too much about taking damage, but I do probably want to just use the Dex Potion. Maybe. Maybe this is better than the Automaton fight. You know what, I'm going to go with the single defend play. I think this is going to get us into defensive too often to pass up. And it gets us to the correct amount of HP. We didn't get either of them. Welp. We got charge up, I guess. I think this is going to be the Armor's Tincture turn. This is kind of why I wanted to wait and see, rather than just use this. There's so much HP. We have so much potion chance too. I'll use it. How do we do this? Probably not the Garnet. We'll do Vent Steam. Twin Slam, Sentry Blast. We have 3 energy left. We could full block with charge up here. That gives us 12 block thanks to our potion. Or we could just get 8. Take another 4 damage. And, what is that? 9, 10, 19, plus another 12, 31 damage. Plus the 12 we're already doing. 45, takes it down to 55. Also, we have Vulnerable on it. We have 1 strength, this goes to 38, 57. Also, we can enter defensive mode next turn. It's still not very much block, though. I'm gonna go the offensive route, because we're being attacked for 24 again. No, 25, actually. Actually, it's only 17. Right? No, 18. Because of the week. I forgot about that. So we'd still take 8, though. That's more than what we're taking this turn. Alright, let's kill this thing. I didn't want to roll bad there. Okay, we got another potion. Piercing Hide is another block card. I don't think we take a second charge core. But again, I could be wrong. More consistency is good, and their attack is okay. It runs out though. I think taking the one was fine. But I'm not sure about the second one. Well. Do you want your eye back? Is that what you want? Is that why you're here? I'm gonna just do damage normally. I'm not gonna do Giga Beam here, because we're gonna be attacked next turn. As well as every turn after that. Nice to have the weaken here, though. In fact, that means we get Temporals. Strike for free. Block. 66. We're going to be weak next turn, but we'll have 1 strength and they'll be vulnerable. So it's about the same amount of damage as raw. Probably just want to play to defend anyway. I could also use the Lessons of Steel here to play a strike. It's 10 damage, so we'd have to do 56. Actually 53, we have bronze scales. This is 18, 18. This is 9 apiece? Interesting. 53 divided by 9 is 6, so we would need 6... basically 6 energy worth of single energy attacks. These are worth 2, this is worth 1. So we'd need full 4 energy plus 1 of these. It's not very likely. What are we being attacked for next turn if this is the big attack? 27, I think? I don't believe Essence of Steel helps with that very much. We enter defensive, I guess. So long as we don't really just brick this roll. Getting brick rolled. 14 block next turn, that would be. I don't think we have the damage, but I could be wrong. I'm gonna do this. This is... I'm not sure what the correct move is there, but that's what I'm going with. Oh, it's only 16. Oh, and we got Abacus because I have Charge Core. That's great, actually. This isn't a kill, is it? No way. Okay. Whatever. I got it back. It would have been better to have 2, I'll admit. Drop the Dex Potion for it. They have synergy with one another because you only lose 1 at a time. And also it's passive block, so... Polybeam, Priming Shot, Quartz. We don't have the strength for Polybeam. Priming Shot is just meh with SNECKO, and Quartz... I still don't think is good enough. We skipped a lot of cards so far, but that's just SNECKO. I don't think any of them would be worth taking, even if I knew that we weren't going to get much else. I would maybe make a desperation play to take some of the block cards I've seen, but it's still early, so I don't think that would have been correct anyway. Anyway, we have a situation. We need to block this. This may actually be our Dex Potion. Blocks well this turn. Blocks for 4 this turn. But I guess not much after that. We enter defensive mode off this, though. We block for 14 and then take 8. Plus the curl up plus. So we're safe for the rest of the fight. So I guess we could go either one of these. Because this saves 4 this turn, this saves 4. I don't really care about the Dex Potion, though. It's not great. Honestly, if we found big block cards, we'd just rather have the big block cards anyway. So I'll keep this for passive block later. Go to defend. What do we want into stasis with curl up? Sentry Blast? No, we want to just play that. So Garnet or Twin Slam. This fight probably lasts a bit, so probably Garnet. Do Garnet. Also, do I want to attack this one or do I want to attack this one? This is only 3 damage plus free from thorns this turn. It only gets rid of 1 plated armor. So I guess we go for this and try to take advantage of defensive mode to block whatever this does. Especially since we know it's not doing the big attack again twice in a row. So yeah, we'll just do it like that. Hey, we have 3 cards in stasis. How about that? It's kind of rare for this deck. Oh yeah, roll attacks also do stuff, don't they? Good turn to be vulnerable. We get, I think, exactly... No, this goes to 19. So we almost exactly full block. But then again, we can still weaken. Roll attacks aren't giving us any brace this turn. I think we just go for the kill next turn. We do double roll attack for maximum damage here. That gets rid of 2 plated armor. Does 34 damage, so 71 minus 20 minus 6. 45. And then we have Giga Beam, Vent Steam, Multi-Beam, hopefully. We also have Sentry Blast. Okay. We don't need to block with defensive mode here. I think we're going to be fine. ×2, there you go. Oh hey, we got it. Very nice. This is still going very well. Another quartz. Still no. Another ruby, I think you're going to say no to that one. Prismatic Barrier, we don't have dexterity scaling, so 6 block for randomized energy is not great. Great. Okay. We are going to become super buff. Also, glad I went the Vent Steam route, because now I don't have to upgrade Twin Slam, I can just lift. I could also upgrade Giga Beam, but I don't think we need to with SNECKO, actually. It matters a lot more when you have to pay 3 energy for it. Okay. Is this a Swift Potion turn, perhaps? We can already do pretty good things. We can enter defensive, we can play Multi-Beam for 3 or 4 energy, maybe even less. We can put Ruby into stasis. We probably just enter defensive. Oh, what if we put Multi-Beam into stasis for next turn? I guess we'll be weak? And we probably don't need to use this turn. Multi-Beam into stasis means this goes up to 10, which means it goes down to 7 when we're weak. And then we can't put it back into stasis. So maybe it'd just be better to do the damage this turn. But how much? We keep the strength for later. Would help. Would I sacrifice 5 HP to deal 8 more damage to everyone? Probably. Might even use this potion. Actually, maybe I might need Swift Potion next turn if I don't get a good draw to kill one of these. So I'll keep this. It's also going to be good for longer fights, which hopefully this is not. Alright, I'm going to go with this play. Alright. You guys get to deal 17 damage to me. Oh. Could I have done better than this? That's actually really close. That's fine. I think that is actually the best I could have done here. Oh wow. That's just a kill. Giga Beam. I guess I could have done the math on that. Barkley, that's amazing. Amazing find. Gem Cannon. We have 4 gems. It's really not that much. We already have so much offense. Say we're good. And yes, I'm still skipping 1 cost common block cards. I don't know what we're going to do for block in the late game, but we'll figure it out once we're finally offered it. Holy hell, this is not good. I think this gives us a better chance of blocking more than 4, so it blocked 5. Okay. Worth it, I guess. Not a great outcome. I could use this too, but honestly, it's just going to block for 4, and then we're going to lose 2 of them. So let's just enter defensive, maybe. Okay, not quite, but we have Horn Cleat. And we have Curl Up. Okay. Curl Up Defend actually gets us there. And I can put Multi-Beam into stasis for next turn. Seems fine. would really suck if I had to rest because of this fight. I've been getting pretty lucky up until this point, though, so... Amethyst, that's a good gem. Very good gem. Would love to put that in Twin Slam, but maybe put that into Roll Attack or Temporal Strike instead. We have a rest site coming up, and getting a better draw is probably a good idea. Right, so Ruby and Ventsteam, Garnet and Ventsteam, Amethyst. Temporal Strike or Roll Attack, or do we try to do the Twin Slam? I think with SNECKO, Twin Slam becomes too inconsistent, and I don't want to waste a campfire upgrading. So, we either go with Temporal Strike or Roll Attack. Both of these are priority cards for different reasons. Temporal Strike becomes easier to play because of the energy gain, especially since we have Sentry Blast that becomes a lot more consistent. Since after we successfully play Sentry Blast, we'll always have a card into Stasis. Roll Attack, however, bracing 8 is a huge priority because it allows us to enter defensive mode, which is really important. I guess more consistency is kind of worth something. But in the hard fight, I think I would rather have it in Roll Attack, because I'm not guaranteed to be able to play both of these if I draw them at the same time. Not being able to play this on the buff turn of the heart, though, would hurt. If I'm planning to use defensive mode then. So maybe I put it into Temporal Strike after all. The only time that would backfire during the heart is if it costs 0 and I need the extra energy that turn. It's possible, but I think Roll Attack is higher priority. This is just bonus, so... Alright, so now we have a huge dilemma. I have 31 HP to take on this elite and the boss, with very little defense. My saving graces right now would be defensive mode, Horncleat, and Abacus. So... if I don't kill quickly enough, then I think I'd just die. So I may actually have to rest twice. Maybe I can prioritize campfires in Act 3, though, because I don't have to go for the green key elite, the Burning Elite. Thankfully, because I took that in Act 1. So, campfire priority route may actually be on the table. I'm going to rest now, I think, for maximum safety, and maybe we'll get lucky this fight, maybe not take anything. We got the Gremlin Leader. We can use this to one-shot one of them. Oh. Oh. So it's like that, huh? We have Ventsteam Giga Beam, doing 60 damage. We don't have any way to enter defensive mode, but we know they're not attacking next turn, so I think this is a safe turn to play this. We're gonna have 5 block. I guess Essence of Steel does something. Kinda sucks. I'm gonna do it though. Next turn is not super important when you're doing this much damage. I could use Essence of Steel. I think this fight's almost over though. What's my potion chance at? I have not been keeping track well enough. I don't know if it's worth using the Brew of Sharpness. 67 was, well, 58 with Vulnerable. You have 1 strength. Those will do 25 apiece. We might be getting attacked next turn, it's hard to tell. I'm just going to use it. I don't see a better use for this right now. I'm probably just going to go left, so we don't have to take any more damage before the boss. Alright, Alright, hit me. I'm gonna kill you. Okay, you're resummoning. It's the usual. Oh, wow. I'm not certain I would have been able to kill here. Unless I'd used the potion. It would have been at 58 right now. We do, yeah, 50. That's the max we can do. This does less. And 1 cost is really awkward with this draw. Wow. Okay, so that was a good choice. Good job me. Pat cell phone back. Oh, that's great. Okay, that's defense. Kind of makes me want another potion, but don't think it's worth it. Again, no defense. We don't need Crystal Raid either. Your route's interesting, but not good enough, I don't think. Am I sure I want an event? What was our last hallway fight? Snake Plant? So this is probably easier, but then again, Avocado Rat is back on the table. We did just fight it, but the only restriction is that you can't get the same fight twice in a row. I think. Is it 3 times in a row? Or twice in a row, or with 1 between for hallway fights? I know you can fight this. I know you can fight the same elite twice in 3 fights, but I'm not sure about hallway fights. I think you can do twice in 3 floors. What else would hurt? We don't have to worry about birds. We would have to worry about bird chosen, I guess. To worry about cultist chosen, but then again, turn 1 is still not a big deal. Baseball sentry is not a big deal in turn 1. We have Horncleat's the big thing, right? What else is a turn 1? We have SNECKO's back on the table. I'm mainly just thinking about finding another card, finding another potion. I think the risk is worth it. If it backfires, we can still rest. Maybe I shouldn't risk the whole run on this, though. Let's go left. Okay, we gotta fight anyway. Please don't hurt me. I am trying to win. Be much appreciated. I think this is going to be a roll attack, just so we can enter defensive with curl up. Thankfully, I think this is almost lethal. Yeah, 45. Does 45 to this if we play it for 3 energy. Very worth it. Wow, this is almost dead too. Alright, Giga Beam, please. I'd like to order a Giga Beam. Beam of the Giga variety, thank you. Alright, cool. Potion? Yes, alright. Oh, and Fierce Bash. Okay, I know I said I didn't need any more offense, but this is so incredibly good. If you get this to 1 or 0 costs, you're playing this every other turn or every turn, and it's scaling up every time. Also, we have the stasis slots for it. We've only filled them up. We've only filled up all 3 stasis slots once so far, because we do not have the stasis support. So I think this is actually great. This will help end fights much faster. I don't think Resilient Plate's the answer, although it is more brace. So, 41 HP, technically 51, plus all our defensive stuff, Abacus, Toy Ornithopter, no, not Toy Ornithopter, Essence of Steel, Horncleat. I already accounted for Toy Ornithopter, that's why we're at 51. I need more water. I think we can lift here. We have a priority upgrade. No? This only upgrades damage, which is nice, especially if you're playing it a lot, but it's still turn restricted. And I think I'd rather have the strength on everything. Or would I? This is still cost what's the word? Dependent. Okay, let's lift. Yeah, alright, that fight was amazing for us. Let's see what we can do here. Oh yeah, we also have 2 HP from this. How much is this thing given? 32. Very nice. And of course we roll all of our important cards at 3 cost. Wow. Okay, so now we gotta make a little bit of a decision here. Do we use the skill pot now? I think the answer is no. I think we wait to use that until we're getting attacked for more than we can handle. Or maybe before the Hyper Beam turn to maybe try and get enough brace to enter defensive. And we don't have to use this yet, so I'm not going to. There's no benefit we get from using it now than using it later. Next turn, I think we're going to be pretty okay. We have Horn Cleat to block their big attack, or this big attack, their ×2 attack. Well, mostly. Let's see here. We can do Charge Core, Temporal Strike, Twin Slam, Strike, Defend, Defend. This is a really good hand. Might as well just play these now. This is 27. We're blocking for 24. Temporal Strike will take that down to 25 because this has Artifact. So we'll take 1 damage. Not enough to make a difference in any way. Brace-wise, maybe still important. Oh, are you going to take Sentry Blast? I would love it if you took Sentry Blast. Make that cost 0. Would absolutely love that. I might not like you taking Fierce Bash Gigabeam, but I think this is still priority. Yeah, let's just do this. Now we get this for 4 turns, which is great. 11. Do we prioritize Thorns? I think we prioritize Thorns. Alright, please, please, please take the Sentry Blast. No! We took the expensive one. But Sentry Blast costs 1 anyway, so we're okay. Defensive mode for next turn. I can also strip Artifact with Vent Steam, I suppose. That means I don't enter defensive mode for next turn. Actually, we could just take the damage next turn. If we take the damage next turn, we're in defensive mode for 2 turns, which means it lasts until Hyper Beam. Okay, so I think we prioritize Artifact Strip then. We'll kill this Sentry Blast. Take damage next turn, we'll be good. Vent Steam, Sentry Blast. That's 4 energy. Alright. Make sure we play the right card as well. Don't want that screwing things up. And we're going to start killing you because I don't want you taking my good stuff. I might not actually mind you taking something. But it's not like I'm going to leave you alone until the end of the fight, so let's just get rid of you. Alright. Oh yeah, 3 brace. So I guess it did make a difference because we're taking more damage now. So you're... Oh, of course you're taking the Fierce Bash is the 1 card in the draw pile, so of course you're taking it. We can take less damage by playing Temporal Strike here. And we can weaken it. What does that take it to? 11, 8 times 2? And then I can block with Defend and we still enter defensive? That's good. I don't want to do Roll Attack. I want to enter defensive with the damage. Because like I said, it will last until we hit Hyper Beam. So that's priority again. I don't think I need to use this. Alright. We're going to do what I said. We'll play this just because. We're going to get this out at 3 costs. That's not good. We're going to have to wait to shuffle again before using it at all. Oh, wow. This is a hand. This is a hell of a hand. Putting Fierce Bash in might be a mistake. I could play Gigabeam here. I would be absolutely fine to play Gigabeam here. 66 damage, which it's not showing because this was a multi-enemy fight. 33. We draw 1 card next turn, which discards, but we're fine. 44. We don't get the weaken, so it's attacking for what? What does it attack for in Hyper Beam turn? I forget. We also have to add 1 for Philostone. What can we even... Is it worth it? Do we have enough damage without playing this Giga Beam the first time? Weirdly enough, I think we do actually, because we get an extra 3 turns after this, so I don't have to take damage next turn. Let's just do the Fierce Bash. It's 33 damage. 59, okay. Well, this should exactly take us to where we want it to. 44. Yep. This is 12 per energy, so it's the most efficient card here. That means we play it. And I'll play the defense for good measure. Yeah, we definitely have a kill in the next 2 turns. Did not have to play Giga Beam, although I will play it when we draw it. If we... okay, we just kill. It's fine. Awesome. Great fight. No potion. And there's Spheric Shield. I think that outclasses both of these. Although Onyx has some merit, because we still have a gem slot open with roll attack, and we have a Giga Beam, and we have some strength. The downside, of course, is that it cleanses the SNECKO debuff as well. So if we don't want to do that, because we've rolled a lot of high-cost cards and we don't want those staying, we can't play roll attack if we socket it there. So we'd have to leave it unsocketed. Also, it's up against Spheric Shield. Time Sifter doesn't compare either, so easy pick. Oh hey, it's Tiny House and Choker. We have 4 energy already, so I don't think we need Choker. I think Slaver's Collar is a pretty free pick. I don't think Tiny House is worth it. Maybe if I felt like... maybe if we were missing a potion and felt like I needed the defense for Act 3, I would go for it, because that gives me the extra max HP. It gives me another potion, which I can use with Ornithopter, as well as just to save it, HP in general. But I don't have those problems right now. I guess the max HP still exists. Also get a card reward. I also just got Fierce Bash, so my rare chance is really low for Tiny House. Yeah, I think 5 energy SNECKO is going to be really consistent in the late game, which is really nice. By the time we get to the Act 3 boss, that's a +1 energy for the rest of the game. Anyways, we are going to take a break. How's the rest site situation looking? Not amazing, but not terrible. Actually, if I want 2 rest sites... oh, if I go left, I have 2 rest sites and 2 elites. On the right side, you only get 1 elite if you take 2 rest sites. We do forfeit the shop, though, if we go this way. That sucks. Well, I'm going to take a break, and I'll figure that out when I get back. So I'll see you in a second. Alright, we are back. And I'm going to mark out a couple possibilities here. This left side doesn't have any shops, like I said. But we would be sacrificing, I guess, 1 elite to take a shop. That's probably worth it. We can even grab a second shop up here if we really want to. I think the path is going to look something like that. And although we can go through these 3 fights to get a little bit more gold, I prioritize events in Act 3. Because at this point in the game, you're mostly fine. And there's some really good events. We are in a bit of a unique situation, though, I do realize, in that we don't have very much defense. We're a very offensively built deck, and while that might get us to the end of the game, it won't win us the game against the heart, and we may even struggle against the Act 3 bosses. Prolonged fights are not our specialty. Spheric Shield will help quite a bit. But other than that, we still need to figure out something. We did also get Toy Ornithopter, so that helps a bit. Do I maybe want to take 1 more fight for another card reward? I think maybe the events in Act 3 are still good enough. Also, if I have any upgrades, if I find any cards that give me some kind of really good defensive upgrade, I'll probably sacrifice strength in order to do that. Spheric Shield's upgrade is 5 block, and it only happens once. I don't think that's worth it. Yeah, I think I prioritize campfires just for the extra strength. Elites also can hit hard if you're not careful. Let's start. This is 36, that's just a kill on everyone. Great. Good start. What's this saying now? Average discount is still the same as the last time I looked at it, I think. Weak potion. I think that's going to be better than skill potion. At this point in the game, absolutely. We only have the one gem slot left, right? Yes. Roll attack. I don't think that's good enough. We still have an entire act to find a better gem, and honestly, I don't think I would take a ruby anyway if there was any chance of finding a better gem. There's another charge up here. I'm starting to wonder if I should be taking some of these common blocks. That said, I don't think they'd help that much. I think we care more about Brace at this point in the game. And just trying to find large block cards. It's going to be a skip. Falling event, that's... Oh. Losing the defend is losing some of our defense, but... Oh, we have no powers in this deck, wow. Well, I want to keep that roll attack, so goodbye defend. Alright. Ooh. Membership card. We do have more than double the gold that membership card costs, so we aren't losing money by buying this. And also it will help us in Act 4. And maybe we can even take the other Act 3 shop up ahead. Although, I don't think it'll be quite enough. Anyways, let's buy this first. We do miss out on a couple of really, really good relics, which sucks. Just because we're a couple gold off. Those would have both been really, really nice with such a low defense build. Recover's actually not bad. I haven't seen a recover all game, I don't think. It's all been charge ups and piercing hides out of the commons. But recover, isn't there a fourth one? I remember correctly. I think there's a fourth one. Charge up, recover, piercing hide. Right, temporal shield. Okay, yeah, because this was added. There used to be 3 and now there's 4. But yeah, the fact that that cooperates with stasis means that you can bring back a cheap block card with SNECKO and have that when you need it. There's also an Aquamarine here, but we have no dexterity, so it'd just be kind of like 1 block during the heart because of Beat of Death. Well, plus 1 block, because this is already losing you 2. So instead it would only lose you 1. I don't think that's worth 41 gold. I don't think any of the potions are super important at this point. We don't have enough stasis for Stasis Strike. Neither of the colorless cards speak to me. I think it's just a card remove. Card removes, I think, will consistently keep us better. I wonder what other relics we could grab at either shop coming up that would help us out with our current lack of defense situation. I'm wondering, actually, is this a common theme with SNECKO in my runs, that I'm lacking defense if I don't find, like, shield spikes and such? I don't know. This is not the greatest turn in the world. I could see myself using a potion here. We did just get a potion. This is our second fight of the act, so potion chance is 30%. I don't think I want to use weak potion, especially not in the middle one. But this is such low value that I think I can just get rid of it for a 30% chance. Okay. And I'm going to go for this left one because it has less HP. And hopefully we can kill it next turn before it decides to hit us for the largest amount of damage possible. 12 by 2. Wow. Giga Beam is here, though. It costs 3. 40, and then... Oh, wow, we got Fierce Bash cheap. Interesting. Can we kill? Giga Beam kills this one. Then this goes to 14, and this goes to 25. This attack twice in a row. I don't think it can attack 3 times in a row. But that said, that still leaves us with problems because Fierce Bash will come out, Sentry Wave will come out, we'll lose both of those. This is 36 damage. So 2 away from being able to kill this. Oh, I could do curl up, roll attack for AoE and then multi-beam. Actually, that's only 27. But we'd be in defensive mode. 27, then this would have 11 left. We could kill it with Fierce Bash. We'd have enough block for both of those two. We have Thorns. I guess I could put Giga Beam into the stasis, then when it comes out, if we still haven't ended the fight, then it will kill everything, probably. Alright, let's go with that play. And I am going to play Roll Attack over multi-beam for the 2 energy. It's the same amount of damage either way, but this gives me Thorns. So... Alright, Plate Armor will get us there. Alright, 22. And we can just play multi-beam anyway. That ends the fight. Great. We still haven't seen Spheric Shield in the first couple turns of either fight. Okay, there's a free recover. I still don't know if that's good enough to take, but I'm kind of running out of options here. Also, recurring, like, a brace card may not be a bad idea. Oh, one more thing. This adds up to 28 brace. So, 28 times 2 is 56. Which I guess is enough. But, having that 3 extra brace rounds it up to a 10. So at some point it could be useful. I'm not 100% convinced that this is the right play. It's still only a defend worth of block. But a hologram-esque effect with SNECKO Eye is probably worth considering. I think I am desperate enough to take one of these. I think if I find another, I won't take it, but... Unless it's upgraded, I might take it upgraded. But I gotta figure out something, so I gotta try this at least. Spheric Shield. It could be the 30 attack next turn, so I think I'm kind of forced into this. If it's the 5 attack next turn, I'll be sad, but I don't really have a choice in the matter. Gotta do it. It's a good thing this deck kills things fast. Okay, it was this. Oh, I had Horncleat. So that would have covered 14 of that. Oh well. Hope that's not a big deal. Let's do Curl Up on Giga Beam again. We'll re-enter defensive, I guess. I think it has a chance of attacking again next turn. Okay, well. It's free as well. Play this. It's still 3 cost. 5 damage 4 times. It's 20 for 3 energy. It's 20 for 2 energy. 20 for 2 energy as well, but this gives me brace. Okay. Please don't hurt me. 11 by 2. Interesting. And we can re-enter defensive here. Roll attack, curl up. That's 3 energy. Plus we have 2 defense. So that's 16. 16 out of 22. Well, I kind of wanted to play the Vent Steam here. Get a little bit more strength, get some more vulnerable down. But maybe just be better to play the recover at this point. I don't remember exactly this guy's attack pattern. I know sometimes it can attack twice in a row, but only if it does this a certain attack. Yeah, I think I'd rather play another I think I'd rather save another 3 HP. We're gonna need every HP we can get. And we can draw back to Vent Steam somewhat quickly. I'm gonna put Twin Slam into stasis. And let's play recover on, I guess, charge up in case we're attacked. Ow. We were not attacked. We got Venstein. Going to play that. Giga Beam's not good enough here. I could curl it up for next turn. Still doesn't quite get us there, but maybe with a lucky roll we could kill. I get the feeling I misplayed this fight with the after the first turn. I forgot Horncleave would help us out turn 2. So I think we're in a pretty bad situation here. Whatever. 16 times 3. Jesus. And of course we get a bad roll. Sheesh. $51. I might just have to use the weak potion. I really don't want to, but this is so much damage and it saves 12 HP. Oh yeah, I guess it's still 12. Because it goes down to 14 and that's still a minus 4 times 3. Okay. Recover saves the most HP here, but roll attack gets us closer to a kill. We could bring back multi-beam, we won't be weak anymore. I'm just gonna bring back charge up. I don't know this guy's attack pattern. Ow. There we go. There's a free Fierce Bash. Alright. About time you did your big attack. Spiker Protocol. You know, with the low amounts of brace we have, this might actually be just a good idea. Take it. Alright. See if we can win this without taking tons of damage. We can enter defensive this turn, but we don't know what they're doing next turn. It's always going to be an attack, but again, we have Horncleave. So it may actually be better to not. We also have Weaken next turn, if we play Sentry Blast. I'm thinking Sentry Blast, Temporal Strike, Roll Attack, Spiker Protocol. Although Curl Up on Defend is a pretty good idea. Could also Curl Up Refracted Beam. You want to save HP, right? I think playing Sentry Blast is probably the best way to do that. No matter what happens next turn. We always play this then. Or I could save it for next turn. Maybe we just curl up that. Actually, this is more blocked more consistently. 7 times 3. Minus 2 is 5 times 3. Weaken is 3 times 3. It's pretty good. So it's still going to be 6 block if we have this on the multi-attack, but in the single attack it's only going to be 2 or 1. In fact, I think it's 1. 45 goes down to 33, 43 goes down to 32. Yeah, it's only 1 block if we do have the big attack, and that's the one we're really scared of. So no protocol today, that's fine. That's the problem with 1-cost powers sometimes, like I said. Also, that turn 1 wasn't the greatest thing in the world. Okay. I would like to play Fierce Bash, but it's also on the wrong turn, so it's always going to come out on intangible turns like this. So we should probably just recover something. Temporal Strike because there's a chance of it doing the multi-attack next turn. Although we are getting Spheric Shield. Hard to tell if that's correct, though. Maybe we just ignore it. Alright, 2 damage. Okay, we did not get attacked. We can enter defensive with roll attack here. I think that's the play. I could play Spheric Shield as well, but I don't think we need to do that. This is 75 damage. I could do the 75 damage if I play Spheric Shield. And then we are very close to a kill. The next turn we're not stunned, and they're not intangible. Let's go with that then. Be the safest we can be for next turn, while still doing a ton of damage. Especially with all these burns, I think we're going to need to do this. Okay, taking 6 more. I knew that was a possibility when I did this, so... Damage, please? Okay, we got it. Great. Red Candle. Even more offense, because why not? Skip these. Although Refracted Beam with the 1 bit of strength and our temporary strength and Red Candle, better than usual. I don't think we're in a lot of danger. That's the only elite we're taking this act. I think we can lift at this point. So I'm going to. We do need to recall at some point, so I need to be a little bit careful with my HP. Okay. Heal to full HP. For a doubt. We're essentially healing for 25 because of Blood Vial. I think a Rare Relic is still better. Oh great, it's Hexaghost. Why couldn't I get you next turn? Let's bring that back, maybe? Bring back Ventsteam for a couple turns from now. Do I care about charge up next turn? I'm probably going to defend next turn, so let's just do this. I think this is probably more damage than charge up would give us. Alright, 6 by 6. It's pretty bad, actually. We can't even enter defensive because we rolled... Spheric Shield, what are you doing? You need to stop being at the bottom of the deck. Oh, I'm out of space and stasis. Alright, taking 17. It's already half dead. In fact, it might just be dead. I don't know, completely. Yeah. So that's great. Supply Scroll, okay. Sapphire. That's a good gem for roll attack. I think I'll take that. Alright, what are we skipping? Preserved Insect, okay. Still would have been useful for the Act 4 Elite, but it's fine. Throw that into roll attack, we now brace 12 there. And I think we rest now. Do I go to the shop? We have essentially 520 gold. And I think we need more opportunities to find good things, so that we can actually survive this late game. Alright, Alright, I'm gonna rest here. Lose all gold? No way. Not for one turn of weaken at the beginning of combat. Some of these fights don't even attack turn 1. Alright, let's see what we got. Waffle. Okay, well... Slime Soup? Slime Soup is also really good. I don't think I need to take this. I think I'd rather save my gold at this point. This is 199. No, 197. Leaves us at 63. Which means we're probably only getting about 15. Maybe we even get just 10. So we have 73 gold for the next shop. I remove a card. It may just be a better idea to take the relic and then see what relic we're offered in the Act 4 shop. Maybe if we're lucky we get the gold shrine. It's a block potion here. I should probably buy that. Yeah, that's going to be the play. We'll probably have enough for a common relic by the time we get there. Or a shop relic. Those are what really matter. That's kind of the threshold you want to hit. You want to think about 165-ish, maybe 170. I think 173 is the extent of what you want. 173 plus card remove, 170, so 248. Most of the time is what you want to hit a shop with, and with the membership card that goes down to 125 because of rounding. Although we already are a very expensive card remove, so we might just not have one for the rest of the game. I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. I think we go this way, just so we have a more informed event. There is still one more rare relic event. Although we did skip Tori and what do you call it from that one shop? Actually, if I had taken this shop, I would have had enough gold for the Tori or Incense Burner. Maybe I should have kept a closer eye on my exact gold. Anyway. Do I have a way to kill this? It's 31. Pretty close. I can kill it with these two as well, so I don't have to play roll attack. It gets Sentry Blast into play. Doing roll attack on this doesn't get me in defensive. We're one off. But this does put me in defensive. We'll do it like this. Alright, now I think we want to target the spikers because we have so much block. This is 16 block, 16 thorns though, so we can really only play multi-beam for 2. Or for 1 if we play roll attack like this. Which I think we're going to have to. Yeah, that did hit me. Can't do refracted beam. I think that's good enough. We get 10 more block next turn, which means we can play this again. Okay, that's good. I can just do Giga Beam. Great. Okay, we got another potion, but I don't really care for that one anyway, so... Shield Charger Plus. Oh my gosh. Okay, we found something. That's gonna help us so much. It's already upgraded, too. Should I have used the Fire Potion? I don't know. It's not like this is a huge priority. It would have saved us 5 HP to just use it. It's so hard to keep track of everything. Oh look, it's the other Rare Relic event. Is that worth it? If we brick our draw again, then I'm just going to take a ton of damage, because that's how this fight goes. But I do have a fire pot and a block pot. I'm gonna go for it. I don't think we're that slow. As long as SNECKO doesn't decide to be a bitch. We bricked our draw. This is going to be a block potion turn then. This has less HP? Okay. We always play this. Always play that too. On roll attack. Play this. Being attacked for a lot, we use this. There we go. I'm hoping the value we get from this is worth it. If it's on CC top, I'm going to be very sad. Yeah, that's enough. Okay. Prickly shields. More damage. Another amethyst. Don't have a slot for it. Don't have time to upgrade and socket Twin Slam, so... we don't need Multi-Beam Plus anymore. Alright. Recall time. Let's see what we can do. Can we win this? We got 2 bosses to get through. Very early Spheric Shield, I think, is a good idea. We have Prepare as well. We do need to just kill this fight as fast as possible. I don't think Shield Charger is good at 0 cost, though, so we're going to wait till the next draw. I kind of want to play everything else in hand, though, so that doesn't leave me many options. Also, if I save this with Curl Up and play it next turn, that kind of has problems with Supply Scroll. I think we just make Refracted Beam free. Yeah. Strip more artifact. Okay. Giga Beam's not a good idea right now. Fierce Bash is fine at 1 cost. I think we're gonna go with that. Don't think we play Recover here. I think we do as much damage as possible. I think we also wait to use Charge Core. Alright, how do I block this turn? Probably a roll attack. Yeah. In fact, it's going to be the one that gives Brace. I guess I gotta kind of plan out this turn. Oh, I want to play Shield Charger. Ooh. Okay, so Shield Charger and Roll Attack. That's 5 energy, so we can't play any other cost cards except for Multi-Beam. That's how we're going to do it. And I guess that means we don't play Sentry Blast, because we don't have space and stasis. But that's fine. We're also taking 3 damage. That's still okay, though. We're still going to be very fine for the most part. But we can re-enter defensive again. And I can play Vent Steam. Can I kill this? This is 38. Why are you 38? Why do you have 7? Oh, that's right, I have a Philo Stone. I was like, that's not a multiple of 3. So yeah, Dun is also being detonated this turn from Red Candle. Can we kill it? 19, 38. 38 and 22 is already 60, so yeah. That does mean we can't enter defensive, though. Could we rely on Thorn's damage, maybe? So this is 21, I guess, with the Soul Burn. 21 and 22 is 43. We have 7 Thorns, 7, 14, 57. So not quite enough to kill. Also, this is 38 damage. Playing Defend Curl Up would still mean we take 1 damage. I do want to be safe next turn, but I think we can rely on Shield Charger a bit for that. Maybe we even redraw our Roll Attack or Curl Up. So yeah, this is how we're going to do this turn. Use the left. Thank you. I'll make it slightly easier. Alright, please give me the block this turn. None of these cards brace. It's just great. So we're taking 11 here. Really don't want to have to do that, but I have no choice. I don't think this is a great idea either. Yeah, Fierce Bash is coming out next turn. We don't want to miss out on that. Ugh. Really hope we're able to win next fight. Feel like Awaken one would give us the most trouble, as usual. Alright, we're definitely having enough block for next turn, though. Okay. 37 HP for next fight. We can enter defensive mode with both roll attacks. That's great. That's great. And that means we're taking 17, but like, I think we're going to be fine. Sentry Blast will give us the most long-term block, and we'll play Charge Core just for the hell of it. You have to be careful of this timer. Timer with SNECKO is really hard. They could be doing the single attack next turn. I'm not sure. I'm not 100% sure that they're not going to attack. There's a chance that they don't attack. So I don't know if I want to enter defensive. I might not have to. I could just put Shield Charger into stasis, although 2 turns of this is not good enough, I don't think, in a fight like this. Is that it? Maybe I play Recover? Ooh, play Recover on this roll attack? Yeah, playing Recover on roll attack means I can play it next turn, and with 3 brace per turn we enter defensive, if we need to. And honestly, we'll still have block for next turn, even if we don't, so. Right, 5 cards next turn. 1, 2, plus 3 more here. Oof. Those aren't the best cards, so I think this is fine. We'd probably play Temporal Strike, Vent Steam, then either one of these two. Or maybe Fierce Bash if we're lucky with that draw. So yeah, 5 cards. We'll leave it at that. Okay, so it is the big attack. Go figure. Fierce Bash costs 0? Crazy. So we're giving up 5 HP here? Let's think for a second. 16 block plus 17 HP is 33. We roll the clock over, but we have Temporal Strike. So it's still 33. So we have to play Defend this turn. Wow. Okay, so that means we give up... Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4... And then we either give up Temporal Strike or Vent Steam. Vent Steam is really important. But that might roll Time Eater over. That might cause them to split. I can also just use a potion, but I don't think that's necessary yet. How much damage is this? You're 5 strength instead of 3. goes to 23, 34, and 18 is 52, 15, 67, 31, 98, plus 8, plus 8. $98 plus 16 is 114. So that doesn't split, actually. Takes time meter to 200 and... Oh, never mind. Wait. 360 minus 114 is 246, so which is above half. And we have a full clock, so is there a chance that we roll it over? Is there a chance that we kill this before time meter splits? Maybe with Fire Potion? I think we still go the defend route, and we give up the Temporal Strike. I think splitting is going to be super important. 10, 11. $35. So we have 3 HP. Is this good enough? We didn't get Spheric Shield. Got Sentry Wave, 2 defends. We didn't get enough Brace either. Okay, we're still alive, but I have to use Fire Potion. If I had used the Temporal Strike instead of the Vent Steam last turn, we wouldn't have to use the potion, but we do have to now, so... I think we still win, though. I think we win next turn, possibly. Just a matter of doing the damage. We don't get Soul Burn. Time Meter's going to cleanse that since it's a debuff. We still don't play Shield Charger. It's not going to be relevant at all next turn. Might just be buying potions in the Act 4 shop. Alright, please give me the damage to kill this. Okay, that should be enough. Awesome. Okay. That was close. I don't have any rest. I don't have any additional health here, right? We already saw Waffle, so I think we just rest for the 22 HP. I think that's worth more than another strength. Okay, so compile package. Another shield charger. You know, with 5 energy, I don't think Happy Flower is a worthwhile investment at this point. Future plans, we already have enough stasis to make that not so great. And also, it's not great with SNECKO in the first place. Compile package. How often does this give us? Defense. That's not defense. That's not defense. That is defense. Best defense. That's not defense. That is defense. It's not defense. And that's a little bit of defense. So, 2 out of 7. And honestly, Sentry package isn't amazing. I guess it guarantees we have Weaken when we want it. 2 out of 7, so we get choice of 3. So that's 5 out of 7 times 4 out of 6 times 3 out of 5. 2 sevenths to miss. So we have a roughly 28% chance to miss a defensive package in the hard fight if we take that. Also, if we buy that in Shield Charger, we can't get a card remove. We could buy potions, I guess. I think Shield Charger double potion card remove is better. That's what, 80? Yeah, we have enough for that. We just want as much HP available to us as possible. Also, I think the Soulburn Potion's better than the second explosive. Yeah. This might still be a risk worth taking. 3 out of 4 times we get defense. This is 109 plus 57. Oh, that's not enough. So we'd only get 1 potion with that. I guess Compile Package, the 3/4 chance saves a lot more than 5 HP though. So we could just buy the 1 potion. And go with this and try to play our odds as best we can. I'm very nervous about this Act 4, so I think playing odds may just be the correct answer. Although playing this with SNECKO is also a risk, isn't it? So it's more than just... So the chance of missing is actually more than a quarter-ish. It's also very dependent on SNECKO roll, and we don't know what we're getting from it until we play it. Okay. Maybe we don't take that then. Because we're pretty much completely dependent on SNECKO rolls at this point. So I'm going to take as much consistency as I can give myself. Alright. That is the best we can do. Let's see if it pays off. Alright, Spheric Shield turn 1 is a great sign. That almost never happens with SNECKO. Funny. We strip artifacts so efficiently with Red Candle. I'm thinking roll attack then Spheric Shield. Just so we get the full brace of this. I don't think... You know, at a certain point we started pivoting away from doing a ton of damage. It carried us through the individual acts, but at this point I don't think we're so offensive that we can just burst down one of these two. Kind of in a tough position, so I think we still attack the Spire Spear. We have a lot of cheap cards in hand. I guess we do Vent Steam. I'm thinking Refracted Beam first to strip artifact, then Vent Steam, then roll attack. Because, like, this is 4 energy, so we only have 1 energy to play either Twin Slam or Vent Steam. And I think I always want to play the roll attack. Or do I? We are hitting defensive mode here, but... Another defensive mode only gets us 10 block, meanwhile using Sentry Wave on this actually saves us 12. 3 times 4. I guess the only exception is if we get Temporal Strike, then it only saves 2 times 4. It's roughly a 50-50. But even then, defensive mode is also kind of a risk anyway. 75% chance? Okay, maybe we do go the Sentry Blast route. So that means if we don't play roll attack, we have an extra energy somewhere. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which means I think we do Sentry Blast, Twin Slam to strip artifact, then Vent Steam. And then we get all that damage from these. Actually, how much damage is that? 8, 16. We gain 2 strength and vulnerable. 22 and 16 is 38. 12 by 4. It's 48. What did I say this was? 16 and 22 is 38, plus 48 is 86. So this is 39 away from dying. That's actually really close. Maybe if we killed that next turn, that would be good. Although it's not attacking next turn. It's doing its block turn. 39 plus 55 is 94. So this would be 94 away from a kill. You know what, maybe we still go for this so that we can kill before it does its big hit. Yeah, I think that's smart. And if I use the Soul Burn Potion, that'll probably go off in time, although I can just wait to take damage first. Alright, let's go with that. This is our play. I'm really nervous I miscounted my energy, but it doesn't look like I did. As long as I don't play Second Slam. Okay, I have not played Second Slam. Also, we take 1 less damage this turn, and we can turn around with Sentry Wave. So we take 5 here. Oh, that's perfect for potions. Very nice. Oh, and we have 10 thorns too, so it's 29? Crazy. Oh, prickly shields? Wait, we just have a kill. Awesome. Do we want to use roll attack instead? Use Fierce Bash on this to cleanse, debuff, then we can weaken. I mean, this does waste less damage. Just how much energy do I have? This is 3 energy, 4, 5, and then either one of these is fine? Okay. Yeah, we can play that. Awesome. Oh, right, you have Philosopher's Stone buff. Okay, so now we want to recover. Do we want Shield Charger in? We don't know whether this is attacking next turn or not, but, like, we're entering defensive anyway, I think. 25 block? Yeah, we're entering defensive. So we can just do Spiker Protocol. And I think that's better. We'll get Refracted Beam back. Alright. Awesome. This fight went very well. Going for the left enemy was the correct option. I do need to look out for Stasis with Supply Scroll. Although, the extra energy is probably more important anyway. Okay, 40% potion chance. I think we just use this to heal 5, because 10 damage is not that big of a deal in the heart. And if we get a potion, we definitely want the extra 5 HP. Please give me a good potion. Okay. Pen Nib, more damage. And at this point we take Temporal Shield. Since we have double Shield Charger, we have Sentry Blast. It's another block card. It's not great, though. I wonder if the Accelerate's worth it. I think with this high HP, we're gonna just be using our HP to tank some big hits, use all that brace, and taking another cheap card, and low impact card with SNECKO Eye is going to hurt us more than it helps. So, all right, here we go. I get Spheric Shield turn 1. It's interesting. I probably want to do Spiker Protocol, Roll Attack, Spheric Shield. Like, this hand kind of just sucks otherwise. So we might as well use our brace. Do I want to use this to strip Artifact later? It's possible. Yeah, I think next turn we're going to take enough damage to re-enter defensive for the second attack. So entering defensive now with Spirit Shield works. Although, I did say that we kind of want to just take hits. 69 damage is a lot, though, and we're going to also be hit for 60. with the multi-attack because of Vulnerable and Philostone. Okay. Yeah, we have to use Spirit Shield here. I don't think we're going to win this one. But the game can feel free to prove me wrong any day. There it is. Now I can officially put this as my thumbnail for the video. Great. Okay, we can re-enter defensive here. I don't want Shield Charger in. It rolled too cheap. Go figure. Do we put Recover into Stasis, maybe? This comes out in 2 turns. This comes out in 4 turns. No, we can curl up Charge Core and then recover something else. I guess the roll attack is the best option to guarantee we can brace for 8 whenever it comes out. Although Refracted Beam is also okay. Maybe guaranteeing that we have the Artifact Strip in a couple turns would be better. Yeah, that sounds reasonable to me. Because we can always just... well, I guess not always play it. We also have a lot of attacks. Maybe we can just Artifact Strip anyway. Okay, so let's guarantee that we have this playable. Alright, hit me. I will survive both of these attacks. Here's our 16. $16? 60. We're very close to dead. But we're not quite. I want to do Vent Steam, Sentry Blast. Vent Steam, the Vulnerable is so important. And the Weaken from Sentry Blast is also really important. I don't know if we survive the second cycle, we'll have to see. If I do this, I guess we can play Defend to save a little bit of damage. A little bit of HP. I could do Charge Up too next turn. I'm probably going to want to put Shield Charger in no matter what, so we'd need a really good roll. Although we do have Supply Scroll? No, this is turn 3. Excuse me. Oh, Fierce Bash. Forgot about Fierce Bash, but we have to put Sentry Blast in, so we can't afford this. It's too bad. 1 cost is pretty good. Maybe we'll draw it back at 0, who knows. Kind of playing the odds here. $63. So we're gonna have 3 HP after this. Alright, here we go. We're gonna have a lot of brace though. Oh, and also we did a lot of damage anyway. We have 4 turns of defensive mode. Okay. That works for me. And do not play the Temporal Strike. I'm gonna remind myself of that now. Do not. Do not do that. Not a good idea. We're gonna curl up Shield Charger. This does 36. Which doesn't damage cap, but gets very close. I also have to put Sentry Wave back, don't I? So Recover does nothing. Except, I guess, give me block. Actually, Temporal Strike we can play, and it does nothing, I think. It's interesting. Now that we have Philostone, I think this cleanses the ones... This takes it to -1, right? Then it cleanses the -1 strength, and then it gives it 2 strength? Oh, okay, so it just takes it to an extra 2 strength instead of 1. Okay, so we still can't play that. I thought it was going to take it to 1. This is 3 block. I'm not sure if that's going to be good enough. I don't really want to take a chance, but like... might be more of a chance if we don't. Do damage. I'm not 100% convinced. I'm gonna do this. $36. Did not draw Shield Charger. We're going to have Weaken next turn, which is great. It's gonna take it to 3 times 15. That's really, really good for us. We want more vulnerable, so we're going to play our attacks first. We have the energy to do this. There we go. Another 4. 4 total vulnerable. Just play all our defensive cards. Get us as prepped for next turn as we can possibly be. We might still die. Because we need to block 45 this turn somehow. Oh, we get another turn defensive with Curl Up. That helps. Okay. Now we heal. 52, 47, we have 5 HP. I could play Vent Steam again, I probably have to. And then we just need to go as ham on our damage as we can. In fact, I might have to play both of these. Leaving us at 1 HP is not the greatest, but it does maximize our brace and our damage. Also means that we don't need to play Vent Steam ever again in this fight. Let me just make sure I'm doing the math here right. 52. This is 47. 52 minus 47 is 5. We have 2 beat of death, so 4 damage from this, so that takes us to 1. Okay. Here we go. One HP, but we still have passive blocks, so we don't have to worry about blocking first. I still don't think we play Giga Beam. We can play Temporal Strike now, since this doesn't go into the negatives when we play it. So this is free damage. Oh, it's almost damage capped. Ooh. Did not realize that. Okay, so we need to survive this next turn, which thankfully we have defensive mode to help with. But I don't think we can play any more cards. Except maybe the Slimed is worth playing. Okay, so we have Weaken next turn. So if the Heart is doing the multi-attack, that's weakened to 5 times 15. That's a 75. We have 12 plus 10 incoming, 22. 56. 56 out of 75. So we need another 19 block. And we have 3 beat of death. So I think if we get the multi-attack, we're just dead. Unless we can pull some Thorns bullshit out. We could maybe do that. But if we do that, we need a clean draw. I think we do survive the single attack, though. It's going to be at 5 strength. It usually does 45 damage, so it'll be 50. And we have 56, so we can just play defense to cover the rest. Okay. Let's get as good of a draw as we can next turn, and maybe we can kill in 2 turns if we're lucky. It's the single. Okay. It's the single, and we have Weaken. I forgot about that. We don't have Thorns anymore, is a big thing. We need to do as much damage as possible, which I think is Sphere Smash Refracted Beam. I'm not sure how we're going to handle next turn. We have passive block, so we can still play cards next turn. We need a godly draw from this, though. We need SNECKO to really come through for us there. Oh, and I can also play the defense for 2 more damage with Prickly Shields. Oh, we have Pen Nib. I think that does it. I think Pen Nib saves us the game. Let's see. What do we draw? We draw Giga Beam. Holy fuck. 138 damage. We fucking did it. Oh my god, no, the damage cap. Wait. No, the damage cap. We didn't get it low enough. Oh, and we have to... Wow. I thought we were closer than that. Maybe we weren't. We don't have enough thorns anyway, unless I had done Twin Slam instead of what did I play? I played Giga Beam and then Roll Attack, maybe? Yeah, it's this order, right? Maybe I got a little too overzealous. Maybe we could have won. We would have needed 14 block for this. I didn't see the damage cap. I'll have to watch the replay, but man, that's sad. It was so close. That's very hype, though. That was a good run. Oh, you know what else would have maybe saved us? If I had not used the explosive pot last fight. Sad. Alright. Well, I have noticed the past few SNECKO runs, and I do realize I said this earlier, that defense is really hard to come by in a good way. Unless you luck into large brace cards. We didn't see a single shield spikes all game. We only got the one spheric shield. We didn't get a lot of good block cards available to us. Although that's kind of just how SNECKO works on Guardian. We got a few defensive relics, which really helped. Abacus, Corncleat, Toy Ornithopter really pulled through as much as they could. We were actually able to kill the elite really fast. 12 damage in 3 turns. I think Refracted being paid off, although we did get the red candle eventually over the strike for strike. Philostone was funny. I forget what the other options were. Wasn't it like... Oh yeah, it was Calling Bell, because the third option was Idol of Retromation, which just does nothing with SNECKO. I do think the energy helped us quite a bit. I think it helped a lot more than it hurt. It's literally just you have to survive the heart, for the most part. You take a little bit more chip damage over the course of the run, and then you have to defeat the times 15 attacks from the heart. Alright, well I hope you enjoyed this episode. We're coming up on episode 70. There's going to be a very special bonus episode right after that, so where I showcase another mod. So stay tuned for that. Hope you enjoyed this episode. So if you stick around for future episodes, I'll see you then. Thanks for watching. Okay, so I'm looking at this here. Post game. This is the video I just recorded. This is before I played any cards this turn. We have Pen Nib stacked. We have 12 block. The problem is we have a Burn in hand, we have 3 Beat of Death, and our Defends in hand rolled 1 and 3. So once we damage cap, that takes the heart down to 14 HP, which means we either need we either need 2 hits with 7 thorns or 1 hit with 14 or more thorns. To get 7 thorns, we need to play either Roll Attack or Twin Slam. We cannot re-enter defensive, unfortunately. Being able to re-enter defensive here would have, I think, saved us. I wonder if there was a way to do that earlier in the fight. Maybe it was correct to play the Roll Attack last turn. I think that was the one that had Brace. Well, it has Brace regardless. What I didn't realize, which I probably should have realized, is the reason this starts at 149 is that the Soul Burn goes off during the Heart's turn, which is after it resets its Invincible counter. So even though the damage would have taken it below, did take it below 200, we don't have a full 200 to do damage to this. I wonder, maybe if I could use the Soul Burn Potion earlier in the fight, that would have worked. I was trying to save it to strip Artifact in case we really needed it for Sentry Wave. But if I had used it earlier, maybe we'd have less Soul Burn, and then we'd have a higher damage cap here. But anyway, before we go into all that, let me just go over this line here. Giga Beam is doing 126 damage with the current vulnerable. I believe what I did was Vent Steam Giga Beam for more damage, just because I had enough block and I figured I wouldn't be able to die. So let's say we play Giga Beam. We take 3 damage. We're down to 9. We still need to survive 2 hits, which unfortunately we can't do because we only have 3 energy, so we can only play 1 defend. And 1 defend plus Giga Beam loses us 1 block. And we still have to play another Thorns card. So we die in that line. However, if we do Giga Beam, defend, roll attack, Twin Slam, that's too much energy anyways, because like that's 15 Thorns, 4, 4, 4, 3. That's the only way to get above 14. So yeah, and we would not be able to block that way either. We don't have the energy to play any block cards. So we would just be playing 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, taking 12 damage, plus the burn. We'd take the heart out with us, but unfortunately that doesn't count as a win for some reason. If I ever make a mod, I probably will change that. Yeah, I think there may have been a slightly... There may have been an out earlier in the fight. It's really hard to find that out, though, unless you know what's going to happen. Like, knowing that the Soul Burn would matter because of the Invincible. If I had remembered that at the start of the fight, if I had remembered that that was how that interacted, like I was consciously thinking about it and not just in the back of my mind, I might have decided to use it earlier. Especially because I kind of need to kill this thing fast. So I need to do as much damage as possible to it at all times. So maybe sacrificing the possibility at using it for Artifact Strip was worth using it earlier, and then we wouldn't have the damage cap problem. So yeah, a little bit sad, but I think overall, still I played very well. So I'm not torn up about it. Just whenever I lose like this, I always wish that I had seen the line. It always feels better to win in situations like this than to miss something, than to lose because you missed something. That's how it goes. Anyways, thanks for watching.